What is going on, YouTube people? Well, sad to say, it does not appear the Pokemon reprints, the dreaded reprints, are going to save us. Now, they haven't fully hit the market yet, but all the information out there seems to be that Distro is playing their games once again. Now, I'd speculated probably about a week ago that if Distro sold cheap with no strings attached, that would lead me to believe that the reprint was big and there was a ton of stuff coming because they wouldn't want to hold all that on their books. If the reprints were smaller, they would jack up the price to slightly below market or make you take a bunch of other nonsense along, and they're doing a little bit of both because they're not in a rush to move it. They don't have that much they need to get off their books. They know they have enough people willing to take it all, but it's not going to completely destroy the market. And it seems like we're in that latter camp. There has been some posts on Reddit. I have talked to a few folks that I know that have distribution, and we're seeing a couple of different things because remember, there are multiple distributors out there. I have seen pricing where Distro is charging close to market price. You could see the 4 boxes in question on the side there: Surging Sparks, Twilight, Paldea, and Obsidian Flames. And I've seen, like I said, I've seen some distribution where they are charging, 20% under current market, maybe 30% under current market, maybe 10% under current market in some cases. And I have also seen some where they're charging reasonable prices, like $100 a box ish. But to get it at that price, you have to take X amount of dollars of other product, which is non-Pokemon product. So, sure, on paper, you're buying a box of Paldea Evolved for $100 a box, but are you really, when you then also have to buy $100 in nonsense product that you might not even want? In a couple cases that I saw, it was like, say you had $3,000 you wanted to spend, about $2,000 of that would be on Pokemon, and then another $1,000 would have to be on something else. So you're basically paying a tax to buy it at the lower price. I know Rudy from Alpha Investments did a video talking about Surging Sparks specifically. And Rudy says in the video, he's one of the top 3 buyers from that account in the entire world, which I would believe. And his whopping restock for Surging Sparks was 30 boxes. If Rudy's only getting 30 boxes of Surging Sparks, what does that tell you about everybody else? Now, like I said, there are multiple distributors. They probably all got varying quantities. Regardless, I don't see the reprint tanking the market, which was a long shot to begin with. Maybe we see slight decreases. If anything, it probably just holds the prices firm a little bit longer without any increase. So it's just going to slow down the rate of growth on most of this stuff. So if you were thinking about buying in to any of this, remember I preached patience about a week or 2 ago. I would still wait about another week. Most of these places are just now starting to get what they can and can't order. With this inventory coming, even with it priced slightly below market, it's not like, I'm going to go back to Surging Sparks because I think that's the one people are most interested in. It's not like Surging Sparks is going to go to the moon between now in the next 7 to 10 days, especially with reprints on the way, even if the reprints are priced close to market. So you might as well wait another week and see what happens. There's no sense rushing in if you're looking to fill in any gaps in your inventory on this stuff. Now, myself personally, The only thing I would have considered buying from this list would most likely be Surging Sparks, just because I think it's the strongest set of the 4 by a wide margin, and I already have a decent chunk of everything else. I really don't have that much Obsidian Flames, but I don't know that I want to pay $180 a box for Obsidian Flames either. I only have a handful of boxes of Obsidian Flames. That's the one I am lightest on inventory-wise. The one I have the most of is actually Paldea Evolved. I have a couple cases of Paldea Evolved. But if you were looking to move into one of these, I'd give it another week, see what happens. Maybe you could get it slightly cheaper. Worst case, I think it stays the same price, just because of the amount of inventory hitting, even if it is at current market value. And it'll also probably slow down the increases on these. Now, Paldean Fates was the other one included in this reprint. I did not include anything with that here. It's mostly booster bundles. So I don't see ETBs getting hit that hard. We've seen this over and over again with 151, where even though they're printing booster bundles left, right, and center for 151, the ETBs keep climbing in price because the ETBs on their own are the collectible. Yes, the packs inside have value. Yes, the other nonsense has some value, but the ETB itself is the collectible item, because a lot of people like to collect ETBs, store ETBs. They display really nice, and I don't think we're getting any of those in this reprint at all for Fates. It's all booster bundles. So the pack price might come down a little bit. Maybe booster bundle prices come down just a little bit. But once again, going back to 151, we have seen 151 get reprint after reprint after reprint with booster bundles, and those damn things still sell between $60 and $70. Like clockwork. I mean, basically 60 to 65, really, more realistically. Those things just sell like crazy at that price point. So that is where we currently sit. The big air quote reprint is here, and it's probably not going to do a whole lot. Maybe very slight dips, maybe slowing things down a little bit, but I don't see some big, great, huge, oh my God, there's this massive window to buy in and get a really good price on something. Because one, I don't think the reprints are as big as people were hoping. And two, distros playing their games. If a shop is buying Surging Sparks boosters at $200 to $220, it's not like they're going to give you a huge discount on them when market is $250. You know, maybe you can get it for $240 and they make a couple bucks on it. And if they're not getting that much, like if a shop is only getting a booster case of Surging Sparks, are they going to put it out and make 20 bucks a box? Or are they just going to say, screw it, I'm just going to shove this behind the counter and wait for it to go to 300? That could happen too. So that is where we currently sit. Big week ahead as Journey Together will be coming. I'm sure we'll probably be doing a bunch of content around that. And Prismatic, probably a video in a couple days here. Prismatic has seemed to have stalled out. I have some theories on why. We'll see if it continues over the next couple of days. It's not that it's going down. It's not going to zero or anything crazy like that. But it just seems like most of the products around Prismatic have kind of flatlined and just sitting where they are. So we'll do a little bit more deep diving into that. But that's all I got for you boys and girls today. As always, curious for your thoughts and comments down below. Catch you on the next one. Peace.